Or believe it or not, between putting on my pants and coming into here, I messed my leg up. I managed to be good all day long, and you wouldn't believe the stuff I've been doing all day long. And now, what the heck is wrong? There I am. So, you believe it? Uh-huh. Thanks, Cricket. I've seen the doom and gloom dachshund today. And the boys are going to be in orbit. Actually, they'll be here. I'm missing mouse. The boys will be here by 8 o'clock. So, sorry. I thought it didn't seem like it had been that long since I've been in this room, but it has been. So it's like I'm turning on everything and everything has got a ton of crap on it. What was I doing here? Must not have been important. See? Hi, Scooter. Yes, I was actually watching Cheryl and Eric from 2 o'clock. I went into the shower and then Eric had talked about to put it very cleanly, the 80s look back day. And I'm like, we need fast cars. We're missing fast cars. And then I'm thinking, yeah, that's not going to look good for my aura. It's the truth, but and then I was going to do a walk around this time to like sort of do like a uh rehearsal for tonight, but there's way too much clothes all over the bedroom. No undies. So I at least made it, PG because I've been doing laundry all day. The goal is not to do laundry once a month. So I have cleaned out so many clothes right now. I still have more. I was washing actually sweaters and hoodies and things that I'm going to give away. So that's why there was so much clothes this time. But all of a sudden it's like my laundry hamper was topped again and I'm like, I want to do this before the boys get home. Because even if the clothes are in the bin and the boys come home, at least the boys will have fun like playing with me while I'm decatting all the clothes. And I was also thinking, great, I have my laundry almost literally down to no cat fur, no white cat fur. And what am I getting? An albino. That's so nice to call him that. But my little heart-shaped beast. So Birdie got some attention today. She got lots of attention, lots of combing. She even let me do her pants, which made me really happy. Um, Abby didn't come up to bed last night, so she was under the love seat. It's hard to get them out from under the love seat. It's like one of those squishy things. Then they can sit up, and then they have to squish back out. So she was having none of it. Let's see. Biscuit loves to attack, topple, and take over my laundry bag with clean or dirty clothes. Someone asked, what is it about cats and shoes and cats and dirty clothes? Funk. Cats like funk. It's, it smells more like, real. I mean, as humans, we are too clean. And I am very aware of that because I'm the one step up from the too clean. So it's like the whole concept of jeans grosses me out for guys. Even though I think some girls do it too. Never, never. Not even in the 80s when jeans were in. Always, always wash them. So, really? You had a hen in chicks in your yard? A hen with chicks in your yard yesterday? Oh, that's so cute. My clean clothes have no funk. No, but if you put them in the same hamper that your dirty clothes are in, uh, the cats, and actually, yes, you do. We all have funk in our clothes. Sorry. We can't get it all out. So I forgot. I try not to think of these things because it makes me want to go, "Ugh." But no, we have funk in our clothes. We will always have funk in our clothes. We can't get around it. The only thing I don't wash every single time I use it are my sweaters and hoodies because there's a layer, and my skirts. But I have 10 slips. So, and half of them are cotton. So those get washed. Hold on, I'm talking to the foster mom. We're trying to figure out what to do tonight because her and I were going to go have dinner by ourselves, but I can barely walk now again. And so, blah, blah, blah. The usual. So now I'm trying to bribe her with Nation's hamburgers to come over um, to her house. Ooh, pie. Nations does pie. Um, to go to Nations, but foster dad may not want people, so, or may not want to deal with people. So it's thinking about taking it to their house. And I should tease her with pie. Oh my God. I'm so showing this. Oh, wait. Come on. Yeah, I knew that was that low. Look at what's in Cricket's yard. That is so cool. Yay. Oh my God. Those, isn't that a rooster though? That's a rooster. I thought hens didn't have um fans. Remember, I'm ultimate urban girl. Even though weirdly enough, chickens and roosters are actually a thing of the urban area too, because a lot of people back in the day want to say it was this Mexican thing, but it's not because also people from Europe would find, like Slavics, they would find out that the Mexican people had chickens and they'd find them and talk to them and get one. So it's like it started as a Mexican thing. So in Oakland, even in Montclair, which is the fancy place, you'd hear a rooster back in the day. I'm sure actually now it's really bougie to have chickens. So more cultural appropriation. So I'm sitting here trying to bribe her. Hold on. Nations has pie. And a good veggie burger. That's what I get from there. I hate having nails right now. My nails are just too long right now. I'm trying to sell her a German burger. BER. There we go. There must have been an update overnight. I can't do a lot of ground meat from like In and Out or actually no, I could do In and Out. Um like Habit and stuff like that. The thicker the patty, the more it upsets my tummy. So, and I do have a soft spot for hamburger helper, but we make it with chicken. Let's see. You want patchouli laundry detergent? Oh my God, Cricket, no. Jeans should be soaked in pickle juice and pepper. Okay. We do have roosters too, nice people. We had chickens when I was a kid. but my mother hated them, so they went. Oh, like, yeah, we're gonna go over there because it's like we've got to talk to both of the foster parents for longer than like 15 minutes to find out what the boys want and stuff. And they're making us a care package and everything. So it's like, well, if me and foster mom go have dinner, that's going to be sort of goofy because her and I are going to just talk about smack. So we need to have the boys with us, the husbands with us, so we like focus. So her and I are a lot alike, and Papa Cat and him are a lot alike. So that's why it's like, yay! Now it'll be all four of us, and it'll be for at least a half an hour, 45 minutes, and what's in 3 hours? Have you been getting your texts today, Missy? It's been on all bouncers. Yes, she is Tiny Dancer. So, and I just, come on. Okay. That is tonight at 6:30. It's where I get to go see them. And then they come home with us. And yes, that's how bonded they are, is that Clinton is laying on Emma. So this is the one that's also my chiropractor. Oh my God, that picture turned out well. I can see me up there. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. I know, I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry. I actually thought he was going over the Rainbow Bridge yesterday. I'm sorry he's doing it today. The only thing that was good out of all of it was when Say, I had never, and I feel bad now, never been around when one of the pets went over. And we did it with Say because my thought was is that she slept with her eyes half open all the time anyway. And I felt really bad that I never stayed with anybody before that because I felt a lot better doing it that way. So I'm sorry. Definitely. See, I'm tearing up. Definitely have my ooze from ground puppy. But also think of it this way. The boys will be coming here. I try to look at it that way sometimes. Because having a pet going is hard. So, and I'm still doing it. I'm still tearing up. Okay, stop it. Anyway. Ah, okay. But we are probably, let's hope this time here, which was going to be short, I'm going to make it longer, um, gets my leg to relax because the sciatica is being a beast right now. I'm doing the Alexander method or I'm starting to, and it actually helped it go back down. So it was just flaring up. No, we are caring for her white child. Number one is in Dallas. They will have to schedule it soon, and she's having lots of food refusal. You guys might have to do it anyway. Weirdly enough, and it's so bizarre, pets and people, when they need to go no matter what I think. Um, that's why my brother's afraid to get really sick around me. He asked that we take her to emergency vet for an appetite stimulant. Okay. Hmm. Hi, Journey. So, in the house, Like I said, I wanted to do it as a rehearsal because I'm trying to make sure that anything with our address is like put away so you can't see it because we'll be roaming the house. We will be roaming the house tonight if I am in a condition to be able to um, show the boys, my leg. So, oh, Say just sat in the kennel and we were just like, she was eating maybe tiny, tiny bits, but it was like, no, this is just for us at this point. So, got time for this senior teen. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sending love to you and child and critter from all of us too. Hi, circle in red. A blaring siren turns into a low repetitive pattern like a demonic dumbbell. Drumbeat. Fury. That's a kill switch signal, Hill. Who tripped it? Fury. Doom. He discovered something we didn't know about. Are we in a video game, darling? Hello, Clark. It just seems like a video game. Fury. Doom. Fury. I'll buy that for $1. And this is the thing. This is the funny thing is that I consider this back here actually very higgledy-piggledy. Because I put all of this up the first time I was going to stream. So it's only been sort of rearranged a couple of times, but it's not really in my style. So it was like, oh, I don't have to worry about the rest of the house right now. I'll just do it from here, make sure nothing's in the camera, and I'm cool. And then I come to sit here and go, Jesus, when was the last time I was on here? Almost forgot what to do. Because that shows because there's 4 big lights on it. So otherwise it looks like I'm in a closet. But yeah. So running around tonight, got to make sure that the address doesn't show anywhere. It's like I don't care if anybody sees the house. I mean, at this point everybody knows about the house. So, been watching lots of decluttering things and got an idea for the kitchen today, which is sort of what I was thinking about anyways, the clean the counter off sort of thing. I want to be able to put them in the cabinets. The things like the coffee maker and the rice cooker and things. Well, not the maker. I'll have to think about it. But the rice cooker, things that we don't use every day. So, but we have more than enough things to get rid of between uh, our old place, my parents' place, and me thinking that we needed something for here besides the 20 Corel soup bowls. And they not even Hello Kitty. The cereal bowls are only 8, I think. But yeah, probably like get stuff down. But I was watching someone today, I can't remember what their name is, of course, um, about paring stuff down and that you really don't need 10 pans, period, for real. And it's like I'm thinking because I am going to start torturing the commune with baked goods once everything gets settled down because I loved baking as a kid. I loved baking from scratch as a kid. I always thought that the boxes were cheating. So I might start baking things and then um, start giving them to the commune because, we can't eat more than a couple of cookies at a time. And so it'll be good to like get that energy out since I'm giving up quilting completely. I'm not going to lie. Which I have batting too. If Lupita shows up, I have batting I can give her too. I think I even have some good wool batting. Um, but yeah, for me, baking has always been easier. Weirdly enough, I guess I can bake. Um, and I have that KitchenAid that I'm never going to ever give up. It was a Gen X girl thing. You had your china, your silver, and your KitchenAid. Those are the 3 things from your wedding, marriage, whatever. Didn't get the KitchenAid the first time, Mother-in-law got me the KitchenAid the second time. I'm not going anywhere with that KitchenAid. It's staying at my house. I'm giving up. Yes, I'm giving up quilting entirely. It's not my thing. My parents had us cooking young, so helpful. Yes, I actually can cook. Papa Cat likes to cook, so I literally letting him do it, and I'm forgetting how to cook real food. Oh, bummer. But my kitchen skills are sort of smacking the back of my head going, you want to bake? Hey, whatever I want to do. And weirdly enough, I think most of my friends wouldn't mind if I baked either. So, but yeah, I can get around. The commune actually had a new HOA board without telling us. It pissed me off. And I was trying to think of how to get back at them. And I'm not a cruel person. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make them all fat. Like make granola bars that are fattening for the pilot. Yeah, I'm not gonna put anything nasty. I'm not gonna put anything that everybody allergic to. I'm just gonna put fat in it. I love my KitchenAid. I've got the food processor as well, and we just got a brand new Vitamix. Ah, I was thinking about getting rid of the Vitamix. What can I do with the Vitamix? I don't think we've ever used it. I turned into my grandma frozen food. See, my grandmother, very Hispanic. This is excuse me. This is what I don't understand about the whole Latin thing. Like I said, they were Spanish and Portuguese. That's gotta be where the Portuguese comes from. Spanish and Portuguese. So, they weren't Mexican. They call it being a snob. I call it being a bigot. And they didn't like Mexicans, even though half their family was. I don't even want to know. But the one thing that my grandmother did that she made really, really good was roast beef, carnitas, and flour tortillas. Maybe that's why I want to bake again. Maybe I want to learn how to make flour tortillas. They're not easy. Not not with what I grew up with. It's like the homemade macaroni salad or potato salad. My grandmother didn't give anybody the freaking recipe except my uncle. My uncle never told us because he was me of that generation. He was a screaming brat. So, and I forgot to ask him because he would have told me because he appreciated me being the screaming brat of this generation. So, I think that's what it is. I want to make tortillas again. Or I want to make tortillas. Commune with an HOA naturally. Yep, of course it is. When my brothers were old enough, we kids had the choice of eating what mom cooked or make our own meal for dinner. I'm not running a short order joint, she told us. That's nice, Clark. We didn't have a choice. Dad was in the military. Meat, potatoes, vegetable. Um, let's see. What were semi-weekly? Um, chicken baked pork chops. Um, corned beef and cabbage for at least St. Patrick's Day. Turkey, of course, ham. Meatloaf. Meatloaf was a regular one too until my dad saw what she put into it. My mother had the best meatloaf on the planet. It was awesome. She put spinach into it because spinach retains water. My dad thought that was parsley all those years. So did I. My dad caught her putting spinach in it, and that's all it took. So my mom's meatloaf from then on, thank God I had moved out by then, wound up being these really horrible, like meat bit things. Ugh, gross. Smoothies, hubby and kids 3 and 4 are on the big fruit, veg, fiber, protein shake kick. Ah, I want to do it. But you know what? Cleaning out the kitchen, cleaning off the island, the The person I was watching today said there's just so many things going on in our world today that we're over stimulating our eyes at home, which we should not be doing. And as anybody will see tonight, because I'm sure somebody will get on the island, there is way too much overstimulation on this huge freaking island. The island is easy 10 by 15. So, um, because the second floor is just one big open floor. So, it is the biggest island I've ever seen in a house. But we've got so much crap on it. Gonna take everything off the refrigerator, I hope. Stuff like that. And it'll want me to come back in the kitchen. The kitchen is too overwhelming for me, straight up. I do recognize that. So when I came across this, I always seem to come across something I'm thinking about on YouTube. So maybe my chip goes to Amazon. I don't know. So it was perfect for me today. Let's see. Spanish and Portuguese are both Iberian Peninsula and very similar genetically. Yes, I know. But Spanish and Mexican are not, which people from Spain will tell you all the time. Let's see. A lot of Mexican people are Spanish. They're Spanish and Mexican Indian. Hey, how did they do that? Or what is it called? Indio? I can't remember what it's called. It's like an Indio native or something like that for Aztec type native. So that's basically what Mexican people are, is Spanish and Aztec type. So it's like I used to whip that one out occasionally, and somebody in the family go, funny. That's why I got my genetic test to begin with, so I could sit there and do the hokey pokey and tell my mom, I'm Mexican. Ha ha. Nope, not one bit. We had a Portuguese neighbor who had been taken for Mexican. Yep. The nice way to put it is snobs. The unnice way to put it is bigot. Because it's still within their sphere of like race. It's like a self-hater. So that's the way I looked at it. And my Mexican family thought it was hilarious. The Latin family used to just roll their eyes at me. So, and the funny part is that one of my great aunts married a Mexican man. And so even on my grandmother's side or my mother's side, there were Mexicans in the family. They all live in Colorado, so we never saw them. We only saw them in funerals. So, but still, it was so much fun. And the older I got, and the more I go, oh, look. I didn't have a choice, and I didn't give choice when it was my turn. Choices when it was your turn. Oh, you guys did the cook thing? Yeah, no, mom cooked. Most of the time it was steak, red potatoes. Thank God I grew up with red potatoes, peeled red potatoes, and Santa Ana green beans. My grandmother would send down cases of green beans from Portland. They don't suck canned. The only thing I've ever liked really canned green beans was them. So my brother still loves them. It's like, I didn't even think about that. I should have told my dad to bring some home. Bummer. Um, yeah, I never cooked. I never cooked. I never had a job. But I did clean the house. It was things not to distract me, and cooking was homework, even though I never did homework at home. I always did homework at school. Um, but I had to wash the dishes. So I was just writing a song about tacos. In the end, it turned into a rap. Hello, Nebulous. I gotta start making sounds so I can go thunk funk, you know? Excuse me. Burp. My brothers were autistic and were as stubborn as a Scottish minister. Oh, okay. That's different, Clark. I understand that one. Let's see. Baked goodies. Did Maria Starkey ever get the doggy do bonbons we sent her in return for What? I have no clue what you're talking about. I'm not repeating it. You will be red now before I say it. Ooh, circled. I'm all ears. We, what? Was? I was waiting for details. Oh, no. Clark wanted to know the most surprised soul in the universe. See, popcorn and a drink. One of my great grand aunts married a Swedish gentleman known on the family as Darling Uncle Olaf. I had two German, they're probably, I think they were sisters, great aunts. So my mother made some of the strangest things sometimes. Try to think, what's the German things? Stroganoff on by scratch. Wiener Schnitzel? I can't remember anymore. But there were certain things. It's like my dad makes enchiladas. So weird. A blonde, blue-eyed man that makes the best enchiladas anybody's ever tasted. It is so funny how people are just like, I want his enchiladas. And it's like, your mother makes enchiladas. She doesn't make them as good. He doesn't make them anymore, unfortunately. And my mom would make, well, the corned beef and cabbage was a weird one that would taste really good, but my dad made it better with ginger ale. Make it with ginger ale. It's evil. Um, Potato pancakes? Yeah, I mean, you could tell we were from Oakland too because my uncle made the most bitchin' stuffed grape leaves with lamb. Those things were awesome. So, and where I grew up, the families used to send people things. So we would send lasagna to um, a friend's house, and her mom would send wonton to us. Um, there was lumpia and I want to say spaghetti. My mom made the most incredible spaghetti sauce. Um, in that family, there was, oh, what was up the street? Up the street was cake and enchiladas. They were Italian. Um, Across the street was ribs and chicken. My dad made a really good barbecue chicken. Um, and my friend's mom made awesome ribs. Um, and I wasn't eating greens as a kid, so it's like my mom would get the greens. But hominy. She made hominy. So, trying to think kitty corner from us. Uh, can't remember. But yeah, that's what we used to do. We used to all like, and especially during the summer, because you always make too much during the summer. So it was always back and forth and back and forth, you know. Let's see. Hi, good vibes. Harry, Carrie Ann had a question. Can you leave me your mail so I can send you one? Okay. Good vibes on email. Yep. Hey there, Cricket, Cinema, and Scooters. Hi, vibes. Thank you. Looking forward to your email. Good vibes. Heart. Everybody saying hi. Hi, Rib Daddy. Gift for Papa Cat in the mail tomorrow. Thank you, Dusty. Did somebody say ribs? Yes. I said I had ribs from across the street. My dad would send chicken. So, oh, that just reminded me. The classic Campbell's soup, cream of celery, cream of chicken with new potatoes and chicken pieces as a bake. That used to be a regular at the house too. Um, they entered a competition whose first prize was Universe, though being second wasn't so bad. It apparently was a constellation prize. Thank you, Nicholas. That stuck in my head. Let's see. Everybody saying hi, 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 hi. Hey, your business, Papa Cat. I still OKA my chicken enchilada casserole. Ooh, I've got to make it this year, or at least tell Papa Cat how to make it. The spaghetti squash casserole. Friend of mine who's vegetarian back in the aughts, she figured out a way to get the the meat eaters to eat something. She had this awesome, just beyond awesome, not vegan, veggie. So she still did cheese. She made this awesome spaghetti squash casserole. It was to die for. And you'd be polite, not say anything, and you'd start eating, and she'd eventually go, "There's no meat in it." And at that point, you couldn't say anything because it was awesome. So how could you put down something that was totally awesome? And I've made it. I used to make it at home. And then when I stopped cooking, so uh Circle, I would love your chicken enchilada casserole. I love casseroles. Um Dusty said, "Yes, Papa, gift for you." Waiting to see the cats. That's tonight, probably around 8. And right now, I'm just making sure that our addresses don't stick out because it's going to be roaming around the house. Now, remember, I told you guys from the get-go, house is a mess. We're trying to put things where we are. We realized how big of a nerd we are because we have areas that are completely the way we want them, and then the rest of the house is just like whatever. And we realized we just had what we needed to live. Nerds. It's like the ultimate, like, finding out you really didn't need a house this big, but you didn't recognize it at the time, and it only took 3.5 years to realize we need to expand our horizons. So I also want to watch the boys running around. I want to be able to put the boys running around like live. So it's just like, just ignore the boxes and um, you'll notice I have made like steps in the right direction because I have empty containers places. Uh, you're not supposed, there's one of the declutter people that's like, don't get rid of any of the things, any of the boxes you get rid of because you might want to reuse them later, and that way you're not buying new things. So in the hallway on the third floor, there are boxes there. So, but yeah, it's like Papa Cat's been trying his damnedest. I haven't been able to walk much. So, Papa Cat has been bringing me boxes and we've gone through them. So, but it still isn't. And we have to get the bottom bedroom, just in case sister has to come up here to go to UCSF. So Papa Cat's been doing an amazing job the past month. I've been trying not to feel completely useless. Um, because I'm one of those who loves to beat on myself. But I've been doing a good job. I've tried not to paid attention to the girls, brushed the girls. I can, weirdly enough, with the sciatica, I'm so used to being on the floor as a person because I liked being on the floor. It just was easy that it doesn't hurt to brush them on the floor. So, uh, Abby and Birdie gets combed up here and Abby gets brushed down there. So they've both been getting, well, Abby's been getting it pretty darn regularly, like every other day. So, and she likes to do both sides. So she'll get up, flop down on one side, get up, go somewhere else and flop down on the other side. So I've been able to get both sides with her. Birdie is a little bit harder, but I've started using a comb on her. So, it's better for her long hair than a brush because she had two little mats, but they wouldn't go away. Or they were little, but I'm sure they were annoying right under her underarms. So it was like I got the comb and I went through them. So it probably helped her a lot. Um, Dusty's working, but hello. Okay. That reminded me I swapped my chicken for a duck. Now I get up at the quack of dawn. Oh God, nebulous. I have an excellent recipe for spaghetti squash casserole out of the Moosewood cookbook. Ooh, send, please send. I don't know if I have the old recipe. I think it was one of those things that you made by it's sort of like osmosis, and then I would make it when I moved in with Papa Cat, and we all know what happened there. Um, so yes, send please. No concert night because I'm at work. I'm missing UB40. We should have told Cheryl to post it. She could have did a TikTok on it because TikTok only lasts like what 48 hours anyway. She could have did a live TikTok on it. Ah, we should have told her that. I'm sorry, Dusty, that you're missing it too. CBF, I still have boxes that haven't been unpacked when I left Narconon 20 something years ago. I understand that, and that's not good for our well-being. I am really realizing that because I have stuff that moved out of the last place I had roommates in that I never lived in because I was already pretty much living at Papa Cat's at that point. When I paid rent for a year there because I already said I was going to. And then when they were moving out, I moved it all into the garage. It was a tandem garage, so it's a lot easy to get to put a lot of stuff in the front and the back. A year, 20 years. Yeah, that's about right. I think there are still boxes I still haven't got through. Oh, Dusty, that's a hard one to miss. Carrie Ann said, I know. I'm thinking the same thing. Hi, Dove. Hello, Brain Bob, Papa Cat, Scooter, Cricket, Carrie Ann in chat. I'm late. Yes, you are. Just a little bit. Rib Daddy, you said IB40. Seems wrong. CBF, be careful with the boxes. Biscuit is the first cat I've ever had who likes to bite and destroy boxes instead of sleeping in them. Ah, that's your first, huh? Not mine. Oh no, who was it? Moo? Actually learned how to put duct tape on my boxes because duct tape kept whoever it was, excuse me, whoever it was at the time from chewing on the lids. We had somebody that would chew through boxes, no problem. Um, Boxes themselves are not toxic. And they chew on boxes because it's horse glue that they use to make boxes with. Found that one out. We had a cardboard, or we had a box making place here. Um, we had a few wood like manufacturers. We had pencils, we had boxes, cardboard, lumber. So it was just like I think somebody who worked there told me that they use horse glue, and that's why pets are so attracted to boxes. So if he's the first or she is the first one that's ever eaten your boxes, you've been lucky. Cricket, odd, dusty, red, red wine. Actually, I hate that song. That song got so overplayed here. Oh my God. It just reminds me of a bunch of whining drunks singing. Where am I? Okay. The Refuse collection guys are on strike in Birmingham, UK, so there's probably really a rat in the kitchen. In England, there's nowhere for the rats to go. Sort of like the way I said, we don't have rodents here. That's why I think we have a feral cat colony in Alameda. Big feral cat colonies in Alameda, and I think it's for rodent control. So, because yeah, it's an island. And it's a real island. It's not like some fake island. Actually, it is a fake island. It was dredged out in the 40s for, I want to say, some shipping um, repair. My grandmother was a Rosie the Riveter. She came out here from Colorado in the 40s. I think my mom was 5. So I think it's when they dredged out because no, Alameda was not always an island. It was actually connected to Oakland. And they did this for shipping industry doing something. So they turned it into an island in, I want to say the 40s, sometimes 30s, 40s, something like that. So we are a man-made island, technically. Hit that like button. Yes, pay attention. Every time somebody tells me to hit the like button on somebody's stream, I go hit the like button. So do it. Do it now. Sorry, gotta go. Only have bandwidth for one thing. I need to check out something else when it goes live. Okay, big hug. Big pet to rib puppy. Can't wait to see her again. Have fun. Circle. No, Rib Daddy. I call him Rib Daddy because he's supposed to be getting a pair of red soled shoes to Becky. So, uh, Rib Daddy wipes a circle. Today's Joe Strummer's birthday. Oh God, how old is he, Cricket? Depress me, darling. Go for it. I can just see this coming like a freaking train. Let's see. What do I have in here? What did my dad get me? I have to be careful. This is the dangerous scalpel. That's why the top keeps coming off of it. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing with the scalpel, craft people have scalpels. They're very good to cut things with. Of course, this one intimidates the hell out of me, so and it sticks through the end. I gotta put something on the inside of that. So, oh, it's a piece of plastic. I thought it was tape. It's a gummy burger. My dad got me a gummy burger from Portland. This is the same man who got me a Tillamook cow when I was 40. I love my dad. He's so weird. And it's got everything in it. It's got gummy. The bun is gummy. It's got what? Gummy patty, gummy cucumber slice or pickle slice, gummy toppings. See, there's a bear here. That's why I don't understand. Oh, sauce. Gummy sauce in there somewhere. So we'll go back here. This is what we do at lunch. And no, I'm not seeing him for lunch this week. Would you be okay because we're going to be doing the live anyway from here on? No, we're not because I don't do Fridays anymore. Probably be doing the live on the weekends from here because of the boys, but I'm sure you guys won't mind. Yep. So, and then I stole this one. I think I was going to give it to somebody who's just going to show it to me. So, it's gummy pizza. Oops. Gotta cut this one. Do I have one that's not going to kill me? Let's see. Oh, this is a question. How do I open this? Tried pulling. I've tried twisting. I don't know. It was my mother's, but it's a exacto knife thingy, and I don't want to give it away or get rid of it. How do I open it? Um, he passed away. When did Joe Strummer pass away? Oh God, brain fog. Hugs and hugs, y'all. A gummy burger? Yes, a gummy burger. Dem bones, dem beef, rib thigh bones. Oh my God. He would have been 73. See? See? So yeah, how do I open that? I don't want to use the evil one. I'm gonna have to use the evil one. For some reason, I lost all my scalpels when I moved, and I have the refills, but I don't have the scalpels. So So I have refills for the scalpels I don't know where they're at. And the one-use scalpels I have, which are hilarious. That's probably why this one is still so strong because the other ones barely. I'm filing them or I'm honing them with nail files. So let's see. The hamburger is better. Who puts an egg on pizza? I think I said that then too to my dad. I'm like, who puts an egg on pizza? But I took it anyway because, I'm his daughter. Have to remind him all the time. So yeah, he said he wasn't too impressed with the pizza that much either. Maybe I'll take it back. But the hamburger, I don't even know where he got it from. It's just way too much. And the rest of it is for the Amityville flies we had. So this is lemongrass. This is peppermint. You can see how expensive some of these things are because the bottles get smaller. This is eucalyptus, which I cannot stand. Actually, I loved eucalyptus as a kid. I hated eucalyptus because of the 91 fire, because eucalyptus trees explode. And that's how a bunch of people got like stuck in the hills in Oakland because the eucalyptus trees were exploding. So I don't know if I'm ready to like eucalyptus again because also in Australia, when they're having those horrible fires, the eucalyptus trees were exploding. Let's see. What is this one? Cinnamon. Cinnamon bark. Woof, woof. I had an idea yesterday because I was watching one of my dog rescue mission things, and somebody was talking about that there were a lot of working doodles nowadays. People are um oh, okay. People are doodling sheepdogs, Australian shepherds, cattle dogs, things like that. And of course, they're not having fun because they're going into like condos and apartments. People don't know these are working dogs. Um, take them to a kindergarten, have them corral the children. They need to do things. And then I was thinking because I even saw two doodle pups in the adoption area of Berkeley Humane. And I was thinking, once the boys get settled and everything, I wonder if I can turn a working doodle into a service dog because it would be nice if I'm not going to be able to really mobilize around or if I'm going to have a bad flare up of my sciatica to have a service dog to do things like get my phone or, um, fun things like the refrigerator and stuff like that. So I was thinking about that yesterday. Anyway, let's see. What's the last one? Last one is, and this is, I think, Cheryl's fault because they were talking about clove cigarettes, Dijarms. They said they don't make them anymore. They make them in California. You can still get Dijarms in California because a friend of mine only smokes cloves still. So I was like, I need some clove. Oh, smells like Christmas. Oh, that's gonna be stuck in my nose. So yeah. See, the clove, the wolf, and the eucalyptus are all small. And I think they were probably slightly more expensive than the peppermint and lemongrass, but they're organic, so that's all that matters. And I didn't even know about something called doTERRA, an MLM uh, oil thing. Oh my God, that's just ridiculous. Anyway, ashes in the water. We will all jump with 1, 2, 3. Just in the sea. Okay. Oh, how long have I been on, guys? 54. Okay, hold on a second. I got sent the order. So, Popcat, you have to come home by 6. Or you have to be on the road by 6. He's not working tomorrow, so he's going to be late tonight. I know him. Um, because we're going to take Nations over to the Fosters and have a deep dive about the boys. And we got to figure out what carriers we're taking over there. Australian Shepherd dog, something else. My friend had one that continuously kept nipping at my ankles. Was a beautiful dog, though. Um, Australian cattle is rib dog. No, no. Uh, the black and white one. Sheepdog. No, it's on his picture. And she's a girl. Oh my god. She's a little standoffish. Of course she likes me. Go figure, right? That's why I'm like, I want to see. I had a friend whose service dog was a Yenta. What do you need your phone? I can see a dog doing that too. But yeah, no, it's like the Gen X generation's getting older, and it's like, why don't we really start doing these dogs right by instead of having them fill up shelters and having to have to be euthanized because people are stupid, is that, repurposing the puppies to do things that would help. That's why I was like, maybe a doodle would be a great service dog. And with my sort of um, special dog thing going on, maybe even though it wouldn't necessarily be a service dog, I can turn one into a service dog. So my friend brought his service dog to see Pixies a couple of years ago. Great dog, but no petting while on the job. Right. That'll be the only thing is no petting while on the job. Which is okay because we have tons of dogs around here. So we even have tons of dogs in the commune. I was actually thinking about doing dog walking. Except my favorite basset hounds are very spoiled. My Nest camera gets them being walked about every 3 hours. I would say it's probably about it. And so it's like, I couldn't keep that up. And I can't walk now. So, anyway, guys. So I figure, I'm sure most of you will be asleep by then too. So, 9 o'clock Pacific, 8 or 9 Pacific, 8:30. We'll be bringing the boys home and we'll see what happens. I think I'm going to rest for the rest of the time. I don't think the boys will miss the fact that there's clothes all over the place. So we will see you then. Um, Hogcat had it talked about doing a double stream once. Hmm. And Prism, now that I pay for it, I can actually do it on TikTok but if I did it on TikTok, it'd have to be vertical, and I don't want to be. This particular dog is trained to alert and respond to panic attacks. Ooh, that's interesting. Considering I don't have very many panic attacks anymore, I have anxiety attacks. Full blown mess with my eyes anxiety attacks. And I try to pretend that nothing is happening. It'd be nice to know if somebody could show that I am having one without me trying to tell someone that I'm having an invisible, like, issue at the moment, but I'm not acting like it's bothering me at all as my whole insides go nuts. Yeah. Another friend had one of those wonderful lassie dogs. It would smile at you just before it bit your nose. Hi, I'm beautiful. Can see it. Yay. Ooh, I have to put the gummies away. See, these are the things we have to sort of keep an eye out for tonight. It's like, what do I have to do? I have to put those in a cabinet. So to make sure we don't find, because it's the awake time that's the easiest. Excuse me. It's the sleep time that we have to worry about because I'll have 3 floors to play with. Even though the bottom floor, the door is closed. So he got his dog in Western Massachusetts. Pup groomers, pup groomers Mona has that as one of her alerts. Ooh, that would be cool because yes, I am definitely a person who fights against their anxiety attacks. Um, and they're a lot more severe than panic attacks ever were. And I've had panic attacks off and on since I hit puberty. That's why the joke was when they started coming back fast and furious again, I was hitting menopause. And now they've gone up from just plain old panic attacks, which I really got used to the screaming anxiety attacks, which sort of remind me of my migraines. And it's just, lately I've been like, I don't have time for this. And it takes me about 5 minutes, but I can make it go away, but it takes a lot of work. So, because I also don't like taking, um, Xanax. I don't like taking it. Try not to. But I'm also getting to the point now when I get an anxiety attack, I take a half. It's like the lowest, I think. And I have halves and quarters that I cut up. This will tell you how OCD I am. I have a brass Hello Kitty box full of Xanax. So, and now that I said it, I'm probably going to get one. Huh? So, okay, guys. Like I said, I'm out of here. We should be back this evening. If not, we'll be back. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Trying not to step on anybody's toes, but maybe I might. Who knows? If not, Saturday. Breathe it away. Yes. My dog failed to bite a technician in my home, and in frustration, he took the welcome mat in his mouth and threw it across the floor. The technician or the dog? You're welcome, Doph. I will see you guys, like I said, either in 5 hours or 25 hours or 40 hours. Talk to you guys all tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.